Hey, what's up guys? So today I just wanted to bring another video. Basically this is another part for the suspensions. That one is the front shock assembly. And these are the uh, bearings for the top part of the shocks. Essentially I got this one for $25, both of these, and then I got that one for $57 for two pairs. Now this is from eBay, and I wanted to see how this one would compare to OEM. Now the OEM is $123 Bilsteins per shock. So that'll come out to 240 or around 260 with taxes. And unfortunately, I don't want to spend that much, again, because I'm selling this car eventually. So we're gonna try on these cheap Chinese parts on the car and see how they actually compare with the OEM. And honestly, I just hope that these don't break when I'm driving around. So we're gonna go ahead and see if these cheap Chinese parts can actually hold up as a OEM or an OE part for the Z3. Now, the real reason why I just want to do this is because people say that a lot of eBay parts are bad, and I do fully agree that a lot of eBay parts are bad, but I only hear from other people. I personally never went through it. So today I want to go through and see what's going to happen if I actually use cheap eBay parts and see I want to get my own experience and my own opinion so that I don't have to rely on other people. I'm going to find out by myself. So again, I already bought this one already. This is for $25. Now this is going to be the shock assembly. Right. So the first impressions, got bubble wrap over here. Let's go and see what's inside. So the first impressions is that it is not too bad. You know, in the picture it was actually silver, but I guess it's black. They look very, very similar to OEM. You can see the welds are good over here. Maybe they missed some parts over here because that's, I guess, just cutting cost. Overall, they look about the same as OEM. There's no complaints about that. Later on in the video, I'll show you. There appears to be some oil right here, but I assume that's just to keep it lubricated, like that. Let's go ahead and compare the pair. So let me get the other one out. Just sending these off to the side right here. We're gonna go ahead and see some oil over here. So I assume that is pretty normal, just to keep everything lubricated. Overall, these look really nice, obviously because they're new. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them side to side and see what it looks like next to the OEM. So when you get new parts for a car, especially when it's aftermarket, you always want to keep the old part just to make sure that everything compares and looks about the same. Now, these look about the same. Actually, they do look the same. So I'm comparing the welds over here. The welds look good. It appears that the welding place right here that I mentioned earlier about the two spots has the same one over here, and I should have mentioned that these are just holding lines, so they're not really necessarily holding a lot of weight. But what I have noticed is that this one right here, this part is a lot thinner than this one right here. This is the aftermarket Chinese one. This is OEM BMW. It also seems like this one's a little bit thicker than this one right here. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and remove this clip right here, so that I'm going to put in some goggles on, so that, because this one feels like it's held in by tension, and then this one right here, obviously you can see the comparison between the two. Alright, so after taking out the clip, which looks like
this over here with a flat head. This one goes up completely up, so I'm assuming this one's just to hold it during shipping, so that it's a lot smaller. The biggest thing though is that compared to this one, obviously this is worn out. So I'm gonna hold my foot right over here, and then as I'm pulling up, that's really bad, okay? You can push down, it never goes back up. As opposed to this one right here, I can put my foot over here, and as you can see, I can push down maybe like a good centimeter before I hit the maximum point in which I can put as much strength. Now I'm assuming this will be the same quality as the other one, but it looks like this one is actually doing pretty well for being both $52. Now it's great because people like me can afford, you know, $200 suspensions. But the whole thing is that I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this. Now you can see my other video where I disassemble it. It's literally just the same thing. So you can just go ahead and see that. Other than that, I'm going to reassemble it right about now.